Hey guys, and welcome back to the Heroes Global Summer Circuit. I'm sorry for all the confusion, but we finally narrowed it down after speaking to our admins time and time again. No matter what happens this next game, GDG9 will be the champions. They will take the first place seeding. Right now, all to play for between second and third seeding, and that's actually pretty important because if Resurgence wins this game, they will get themselves the second seed, which will place them against Black Sheep 5 tomorrow. Whereas if they lose this game, they will be going up against Team Renovatio. So definitely you want to go up against, a team like Black Sheep 5. Not to say I'm looking down on Black Sheep 5, but it's all about the seeding and how it plays out throughout the day in terms of the starting round. So you definitely want to play against Black Sheep 5 before moving on and potentially playing against Renovatio. So this is what there is to play for. No matter what, GDG9 will be our champions of Group B and face Team Relics tomorrow in the winners bracket. I believe the final game draft has started. So let's take a look at what is going to happen. It is going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen, the smallest map on the in the Heroes world. And again, there's a lot to play for Resurgence. GDG9, they can slack off here in a sense. I hope they don't, of course, but they can the driving seat is in their hands in terms of who they want Resurgence to meet. Because they can actually win this game and force Resurgence to face against Renovatio, a much stronger team early on in the competition, and try to get them off guard and get them kicked out of the tournament. Or if they lose this game, Resurgence will get second seeding and play against a Black Sheep 5, which is, I wouldn't say weaker, but a slightly weak, less stronger team compared to Renovatio in that sense. So there still is a lot to play for between these two teams for sure. Greed is good. No matter what, they will get the first place. They will be able to go through to the winners bracket, and they will be facing against Relics. Resurgence now, they have to play for their own fates. They need to try and get themselves in and get themselves to that second place seeding to play against Black Sheep 5. So the map is going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen here. We do see Tasada being the first ban over on GDG9. It is going to be the Tyrande. Resurgence look like they are shadow banning the Lieutenant Morales, but they do switch it over to the Uther. They do pick up the Rhaegar earlier on as well. So they're just trying to take away all the strong supports from GDG9 who have themselves banned out the Tyrande, to be honest too. So it is pretty interesting. I would like to see them ban out the Uther, to be very frank with you, to force GDG9 to go with the Malfurion pick instead. But it does look like they are shadow banning the Zul. And they are taking their time to think about this because, as mentioned, there's a lot to play for here for them. It's either the second seed or the third seed. So no matter what happens here, they will have to fight it out. Right now, we do see Zul being the second ban for Resurgence, and GDG9 will ban out the Li Ming. They just don't want to deal with that, and they will have the kill task on their side. Resurgence now shadow picking the Johanna, which is really interesting. ETC still in the fray of things and still in the mix available for the pickups, but it does look like they want to go with the Johanna instead. Right now, we are still waiting on that for the picks to join up. And we'll just have to wait and see whether they go with it. They do, in fact, go with the Johanna, and they are shadow picking the Faustach, switching over to the Jaina along with the Vala. They're just trolling us right now. Don't really know what they're actually going for. But yeah. So yep, continuing on in the draft, it does look like they want to go with the Vala right now. They are shadow picking the Vala. It does look like they finally decide to go with the Vala as well. GDG9 finishing off their final two picks here. I do expect them to definitely pick up the Uther. It is still, I think, the only tier 1 hero left. They have banned out the Tyrande. Tasada was banned out on the other side as well. Rhaegar was picked up by Resurgence. So I think the way to go would be the Uther, and they definitely have... Ooh, they actually want to go with the Malfurion. That's interesting. So they were going to go with the Malfurion either way, even if Uther was banned out. So... they do pick up the Malfurion here, and to finish it off, I think they will go with the frontline Bruiser, maybe in Sonya, or maybe even in Artis. So This is going to be really, really interesting. And if you're just tuning in, we are in our very final game, guys. This is the Heroes Global Summer Circuit. This is the C Regionals happening right now. And what's going to happen is if Resurgence wins this game, regardless, GDG9 will place first in this entire tournament. So they will get the first place. But if Resurgence win this game, they will be able to get the second seed and go up against Team Black Sheep 5. But if they lose in this game, they will have to face a Renovatio 1. So there is still lots to play for in this matchup between these two teams. Not for GDG9, of course. They get first place nonetheless. But for Resurgence as well, they definitely need to push it and try to get the win so that they don't have to play Renovatio in the first round itself. That's why Resurgence has shadow picked this Asmodan, and this is something I like to see, especially on a map like Tomb of the Spider Queen, when you're able to rotate around between those lanes pretty fast. Asmodan is the key to go. So we are still waiting for the team to pick it up finally. It does look like they are going to go with the Asmodan here. 5 seconds left. I think they're just thinking it out, waiting it out to see if they finally pick it up. They in fact will go with the Asmodan. So the final lineup here for Team Resurgence is going to be the Rhaegar, Sonia, Johanna, Vala, and Asmodan, which I really like. I'm really liking the lineup so far. GDG9 going with pretty more standard. Muradin Leoric front line with the Malfurion providing support. Reina and Kiltas is the DPS for his team. So yeah, right now we're just going to wait for the teams to play up. I think Resurgence has this draft right here. And again, I think they will definitely want it more. It's going to be tough for them, of course, going up against GDG9. GDG9 secured their fate by getting the first place after winning the previous game there. And Resurgence now trying to force this to get themselves the second round. So we're going to wait for the game to start up soon. I believe they are still just creating the lobby. So we'll wait for that to happen. Again, thank you for those of you who's been tuning in since the beginning. It's been an awfully long day. We started at 11 a.m. stream time, but we arrived here at about 9:30. It's now 10 p.m. It's been about 12 hours that we've been here on site trying to get through this day. It's been a long day and a lot more HOTS action to come tomorrow as well, as there could potentially be a maximum of 18 games tomorrow, which is crazy, guys. 18 games could be played out tomorrow in this entire series, but there won't be any confusion though, at least tomorrow, because it will be during the playoffs. This group stages, of course, happening right now. It is going to be an insane amount of games to be played tomorrow. Hopefully we will have a smooth sailing, no flaws, no breakdowns, no nothing, and it should go pretty smoothly. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow as well at 11 a.m. GMT plus 8. We will be starting the stream Singapore time. 11 a.m. will be the playoffs where we finally will narrow down 6 into 1 team to represent Southeast Asia for the regionals in Sweden DreamHack here. So Resurgence, they need to push themselves in this game to try and get that second seed to go up against Black Sheep 5 tomorrow. Whereas if GDG9 is able to beat them out, they will be playing Renovatio in the very first round. So that is a danger to them. They will ultimately have to face them if they win as well. But it's just in the first round when you're going up and you're fresh in, coming in. It's never nice before you warm up to go up against such a strong team when anything could happen. So right now we are in the lobby, I think. We're just going to wait to start up soon. We are going to wait for the Thai caster to actually join in the game here. And we are going to progress to the lobby to start. And this, again, as mentioned, this will be the very last game of tonight. It's been a long day, guys. It's almost 10 p.m. It's actually already 10 p.m. here. So after this game, it should be about 10:30 p.m. That would mean about a 11-hour stream. What a 13-hour work day. It's been crazy, it's been insane, but this is really fun. I enjoy it all the more. I love esports, and this is what I definitely would like to see. Of course, it is tiring. If I had a co-caster, it would have been a lot better, but it's fine. The game lobby is created. We are going to be going into it soon, guys. This is going to be the final game for today. And again, big shout out to all of you guys who've been tuning in since the beginning with us here on stream. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Also, a quick shout out to our sponsors, Razer, our official peripheral sponsor, as well as XSplit, our official streaming partner. Thank you again. Without them, we wouldn't be able to bring you this live broadcast and this awesome tournament for your viewing pleasure. We also will have our Twitter shout-out still going on, so please head over to twitter.com and tweet at the handle HGCSEA, the tweet handle HGCSEA. Tweet at us so that we can get your tweets and we will be able to show them live on stream and feature them. This is your last chance to get them out today, guys. So make sure you do it. Make sure you get to it as well. I believe all players have joined up in the lobby, just waiting for them to ready up here, and the game will be starting. So, guys, this is the very last game for this matchup. Still seeding to play for between the two, Resurgence and GDG9. The game is going to be loading up here. We are in the loading screen. So the map is going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen as the game is about to start. I believe the Korean finals are going on as well, so make sure to check out their channel. If you guys are ending on this one, make sure to tune over to their channel themselves. As you can see, we are still waiting for the game to start up. It is loading up right now. This is going to be final game as mentioned. It's going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen. Over on the blue side, we will have Team Resurgence. We're going to have Yuyung ZXCK on the Johanna. Capricorn is going to be playing the Asmodan. Vendetta is going to be on the Vala. Zappy is going to be on the Vala. Julian is going to be on his staple Rega. And Vendetta is going to be on the Sonya. Over on the red side, we will have GDG9. Abruzzi is going to be playing the Malfurion, I believe. Mary Knox is going to be on the Leoric. Leona X is going to be on the Keltos. Era is going to be on the Johanna. On the Reina. And RYL is going to be on the Muradin here in this game. So now both teams, the game is about to start up. They're just blocking out the creep wave a little bit. The red side is going to get themselves in position here. Do they want to throw this game? For Resurgence to get the second seed, though, that is the question. I don't want to say throw, of course, I'm just joking. I think both teams have the integrity to play it out, but they're definitely really tired here. They've had as well a long day as we have, and they have a lot to play for still. Yuyung ZXCK now going to take a living bomb to the face. He's going to spread it on to Zappy as well. Now the red team is going to converge in onto this middle lane. We are going to see a tender clap coming out for him. And Zappy is going to have to get back. Now the dunk coming in from Asmodan. Capricorn getting it onto Leona X. Will try to clear the creep wave as fast as he can as well. RYL now coming in at the top lane, poking away at Yuyang ZXCK. GDG9 could very well go unbeaten throughout the entire group stage. Well, not unbeaten in terms of games, but in terms of matchups, they could win this game and secure it with a 9-point win, meaning they will be the only team that goes unbeaten in their matchups in their group, and that would be a feat of its own here. They don't really have to throw this game, even though they have already secured themselves, the first place seeding. Bottom lane, Mary Knox going to take quite a bit of damage there as he has to back off himself back towards the middle lane, as we do see yet another rotation. Raruel going with the Thunderclap, going to dismount Yu Yang as they again continue to try and push out these lanes and get a couple more of those gems. 18 gems now for RYL. Not too sure what he's doing there, just roaming around. Finally gets a stun off onto Capricorn, preventing him from getting off the dunk towards that top lane. Yuyang ZXCK going to be able to suck them in, gets them out. And here we see GDG9. They have to push in onto this middle lane as well. They are trying to push it down. And RYL will be able to jump away to safety. Here he comes though from the side. Thunderclap going to be used up. No Stormbolt just yet, as Johanna will be able to retreat back safely. They are rotating again. Rega will be there to heal him up, as Yu Yang should be fine there. Again, another dunk coming in from the side. Yu Yang sucks in and condemns in creeps, but here comes the tornado. Root is going to connect as well, as Johanna will fall. Yu Yang ZXCK going a bit too far up ahead, as GDG9 will pick up a nice kill here at this top lane. Neither side does have enough gems to turn in just yet. The red team, they have 33. Blue side, they do have 23 on them. As now they rotate towards this middle lane. RYL just poking up ahead, just being really cheeky here. He gets the stun off, will not be able to actually stop out the Asmodan dunk. And he will have to back off to tap. Mary Knocks at the bottom, taking quite a bit of damage from Vendetta himself. And he's going to be able to survive for now, of course. 44 gems now on the red side as they continue to push forward. This game seems to be getting a little bit passive here. I think neither team wants to make any mistakes, Resurgence especially. GDG9, they definitely want to force, I think, Resurgence to play against Team Renovation in the first round. Knocking them out, you know, would definitely be a lot better than keeping them in the tournament for sure. Here comes Yu Yung though from the side. Dunk in onto Johanna. Up ahead along with the Muradin as well. Johanna is going to be able to back off safely to the rest of his team though. And again, the dunk is just going to come in from the side and he's going to get up on those stacks. Bottom lane, we will see Reina. They are going to actually turn them in, and the first set of red web weavers will be spawning out here. Middle lane, we do see the Muradin coming in with the Thunderclap yet again, stunning it out onto Yu Yang ZXCK as well. Will not be able to follow through as no support is there for his team too. And the blue side, again, just rotations around. Asmodan doing a good job just staying in the middle lane, just spamming out his dunks, trying to get up on those stacks, allowing his team to do the work for him. The first set of Web Weavers are going to spawn out here as the red side look like they want to push in onto this middle lane. They are going to get these towers down, and that's going to extend their EXP advantage a little bit here. Now stun out in onto Yu Yang here, who has to be careful. Leoric is there as well. The tower is going to fall. No support yet by the blue side. They are making their ways towards that area. Capricorn going to get pushed back here, but Yu Yang dropping really low. Here comes the Web Weaver pushing in, and the fort should fall here at this middle lane. I think fatigue is starting to set in here for both these teams, but Resurgence, they don't seem to be their aggressive selves. They will lose that fort at that middle lane, however, they deal with both the Web Weavers at both top and bottom. Now the red team rotating towards that bottom, they should be able to take out this bottom tower as well themselves. And the blue side, they do have enough gems to turn in. Now the red side just rotating towards that top. Moonfire is going to be used. Julian runs into the Abruzzi thinking he was the only one. And he's going to get taken down like that with an easy kill here for Team GDG9 as they pick off the Rhaegar at that top lane. And that's going to slow down their soak and the EXP. Again, it is Resurgence who needs to win this game. But GDG9 right now, they are in a commanding lead. One level ahead right now. And Resurgence will have to play from behind. They need to try and come back into this game for sure. Rotations again happening between the two teams as, you know, the red side just moves towards the top. We are going to see a flame strike there as well. Here comes Julian along with Capricorn and Yu Yang trying to set something up here onto that Marinox. Leoric has to be careful here himself. Here comes the Condemn. Here comes the Dunk as well as he gains a little few more charges yet again. Marinox is continuing on his way at that top, trying to push it out. But the game seems to be pretty passive so far. 2 kills in favor of the GDG9 team. Resurgence yet to pick off a kill by themselves. They are going to get that level 10 first, and that's going to allow GDG9 to push in. Of course, this is going to be the very last match, guys. For today, of course. GDG9, they have secured their slot in the regionals tomorrow, in the winner's bracket, in fact. They will take the first seed no matter what. But now Resurgence, they are playing to get the second seed in their group, beating out Team Sabun Gaming. Now pushing down this middle lane, it does look like Resurgence is in full retreat mode. I think GDG9, they just want to push this and try to end this right here. Not end this, but try to put a bit more pressure and maybe even take the keep. The next set of red Web Weavers are going to be spawning out. They do have that level 11, no level 10 just yet on Resurgence, as the Web Weavers are about to push in onto this lane. And that's where they want to actually go straight for the keep here without allowing the blue team to actually get this. Level 10 should be available on them soon. There you go. Let's take a quick look at some of the level 10 talent tiers that has been picked up. Hyperion now going to be dropped out here. Yu Yang could be in some trouble. He gets entombed in But the Rhaegar Ancestral Healing is going to keep him alive, and now the red team has to back off slightly, but it does look like they just want to fully dive in onto this. They are pushing down on the towers, and the towers in fact will fall. Here comes the Web Weavers as well. They are full on HP as they start to rotate towards that top lane. Taking a quick look at those talent tier pickups on the level 10. We do see Ralph the Berserker being picked up by that Sonya. Ancestral Healing by the Rhaegar, Blackpool by the Asmodan, and of course the Blessed Shield coming out for Johanna. There we see the the Reyna actually being picked off at the sidelines there. Now the red team are in full retreat mode with Resurgence chasing them down here. Resurgence gonna pick off onto the Leoric. Leoric will be able to get away for now, but the dunk comes in and down he goes. RYL now will be able to get behind his gate. It is gonna be level 11 for both sides as they are level on EXP for now. Now we see the top lane though, a Dwarf Toss in, actually going to miss his Stormbolt onto Zappy, who is playing Divala. However, he will in fact fall nonetheless. Marinox is going to respawn right back up, and Tomb is going to be used too. And down goes the Sonya. That's going to be a nice 2-kill pick-off in favor of GDG9 as they further extend their lead, or actually regain their lead here in this match. But the blue Web Weavers are going to be spawned out here, as the blue team will be able to get off the channel for their gems. Now they will have to deal with it as RYL at the bottom lane trying to take out the bottom fort, and he will in fact be able to do so. Top fort as well down to the close brink of death. Error at that middle lane, at the bottom lane I mean. Now dealing with the Web Weaver, it does look like they're just shooting it down. Reyna has the DPS for it, Leona X is there as well. Malfurion and Marinox going to make their way towards that middle to try and deal with this middle Web Weaver. However, Vala and Asmodan aiming for that top lane to push it down and maybe take down the fort as well. Here comes RYL though, he has second thoughts as he comes in. Middle Web Weaver is just about down. Tower not down just yet itself. They will not be able to secure any objectives with that, which is unfortunate for them. They will be able to get pushed back here. Top Web Weaver, the sole standing one, but here comes Marinox as well as they try to get themselves in a good position. In comes the Dwarf Toss. No Stormbolt out just yet as he moves behind to the side there. Here comes the Hyperion going to be used. Abruzzi dropping really low. Yu Yang going to get the Ancestral Heal to keep himself alive. Vendetta going to get stuck in the Entomb and finally gets taken down. Hyperion going to be used and kills off Divala too. This is a 2-kill, yet another 2-kill advantage for GDG9 as they pull 2 levels ahead. This is not looking too good for them. As mentioned, GDG9, they have secured their first place, guys. So Resurgence are the ones that need to fight this out to get themselves a better seeding in tomorrow's matchup. But it does look like they are lacking behind right now, and fatigue is getting, I think, the better of them right now. They are slacking behind a little bit in this match. 2 levels deficit right now as the red side will be able to take out this fort as well. Now they will close it down to about a 1 level deficit, but the boss is taken down and the red team look like they want to push alongside with it. Malfurion probably going to hit towards that area. They do need 5 gems left to summon the Web Weavers alongside the boss, but I don't think they're going to be able to get it, of course. Now, in fact, they just want to go for the kill. Both teams level on talent tiers. However, the red side is ahead slightly. Now, the Entomb is going to be used yet again. The Phoenix is going to be thrown out, but Yu Yang this time will be saved. However, the towers are going to go down. Asmodan in the background trying to get his beam off. His burn, but will not be able to do it for a long time. Now, the red team just poking away at this keep as the boss is in fact going to actually drop. The red team is just going to back off here as they are looking to defend this middle lane. They have to deal with the siege minions along with the bottom lane as well. They are far 5 away lacking from summoning their own set of red Web Weavers as well. So I think that's what they're probably aiming to do. I believe they will have about enough after taking out this creep wave. The blue side will definitely try to defend and stop this. Marinox now turning in his gems. Here comes the Asmodan dunk yet again. RYL now spotting out Yu Yang Zerak CK. He has to be careful with the Johanna. Going to be able to turn on his shield and he should be fine. He's going to be able to back off as well there. Level 16 now though, being picked up by the red side, and they do have enough for a turn-in. Abruzzi is going to be the one to do it so, and the red Web Weavers are going to spawn out here, and these could possibly mean keep. They do have a talent here ahead, so the blue side is going to be finding it hard for them to definitely take this clash. They need to try and pick someone off. The dunk comes in, wow, doing quite a bit of damage as well onto Leona X and Error as they go full chase now. Malfurion is not in this fight. Hyperion going to be used up to try and zone them out as Yu Yang is going to have to back off here. Dwarf toss in by the Muradin as he goes in with the stun. Error taking a bit of damage from the stun yet again. Julian getting caught in the Entomb and gets taken down. Zappy is going to have to back off there as he tumbles himself away. Capricorn now, not the same can be same for him as he gets taken down there in the top lane, and they lose two yet again. They lose the Rhaegar and they lose the Asmodan as the red team now with the Web Weaver is going to be able to push down this top lane. And the Resurgence we are looking at now doesn't really look like the Resurgence that we saw in the qualifiers or in the earlier games. They look like they are a bit tired and a bit out of it. They lose the top keep. It looks like they will lose maybe the bottom keep as well. No, I think the red team should be able to back off here safely. The blue side will be able to defend this successfully to an extent. The Flame Strike is going to be used to try and clear out the creep wave as they set their sights in onto this middle lane now. The Web Weavers are finally going to fall, but the red team are just working their way on this middle keep. It is dropping really low though. Abruzzi finally going to pop up the Tranquility, and that's going to keep the team topped off with the heals as well. Phoenix going to be used to try and finish off this keep. Dunk is going to be thrown out as well, but they are going to soak a bit of the damage. Zappy himself could be in some trouble. Here we see an Entomb again onto Vendetta with the Drain Soul. Drain Hope going to be used up onto him. RYL taking quite a bit of damage himself. He's going to have to back off. No heroes down just yet, but they are giving chase. Mary Knox needs to back off here. Going to take quite a bit of damage as he backs away. But the keep is already down at that top lane, and that's going to mean the lane is going to be constantly pushed out for them, and that's going to be tough for them to come back from. The red side though, they are going to back off, just head back and get a few more camps here. Curve back to the base to heal up on some HP and mana, and they're going to look to push down and further extend their lead at this middle. They will be able to take down that middle keep pretty soon. Asmodan again doing a pretty good job in terms of taking those getting those stacks. Let's take a quick look at how many stacks she has as well. Nope, not this one, sorry. Asmodan, Mr. Asmodan. Not too sure what's going on. I can't find. There you go, Asmodan. He does have 392 bonus damage on him right now. So that's a pretty hefty part in that he is getting the stacks up pretty quickly. 500 is the cap, of course. Hyperion now going to be used. Entomb in there. Zappy going to get Ancestral Healing right back up. Ooh, the damage is coming out from the blue side, and they will be able to deal with this. Down goes the Reina and the Malfurion. Rhaegar is going to fall for the red side, for the blue side, and Sonya as well. Red team just left with RRL and that Mary Knox as Yu Yang SSZK is going to be able to get away. Mary Knox is finally going to fall. And our Resurgence find themselves a glimpse of hope as they will be able to take down 4 here. GDG9 just overextending a little bit too much, diving a little bit too deep. We do have a replay available, so let's check out what happened there in that clash. As you can see here, the Hyperion was used and Tomb catching onto 2, but Vala just doing so much damage. Abruzzi getting condemned in. The Phoenix was there as well, but down went the Reina as well, along with the Malfurion. Leona X in the background, I believe, died to the creep wave, so that's interesting. He died to the siege minions there, which is pretty funny. So pretty unfortunate for him as well. As now Marinox is going to spawn right back up. It's going to cancel out the channel by Yu Yang ZX6CK. The Drain Hope is going to be used as well to slow him down a little bit. That's going to be it. Let's look at the blue side. Wants to turn in their own set of gems to get the Web Weavers though. RYL now is going to find Vendetta in Sonya. As the red team now try to repel them back. Yu Yang ZXCK going to be able to turn them in successfully. Will be able to spawn out the next set of blue Web Weavers here. As RYL finds Vendetta, gets the stun off along with the Thunderclap, pushing in. And Tomb though going to be used nicely. Zappy in a huge amount of trouble. Ancestral Healing going to pop him right back up, but that's going to be all. And he's going to be able to back off. He's dropped really low. Marinox going to be kept alive with the Tranquility being used by Abruzzi. But that could have really went very badly for Team Resurgence, as we saw a really nice Entomb being used out there. Now, the red side, they have to deal with the blue Web Weavers, however, and they are knocking in on the doors. The forts are probably going to go down here, but it's of course just the forts this late into the game. The red team now is still trying to deal with it. They're taking down the middle set. Bottom set is already down as well as they do rotate around. Kiltas has to be careful. He's trying to juke them out as best as he can. Here comes the Hyperion. Kiltas will not be able to get it off, but the Phoenix will be there as well. Here comes the rest of the red team though. They come in from the side. Asmodan getting caught to the side there. The Ancestral Healing is going to keep him alive, but here comes the Entomb again, catching Vendetta, and down he goes. Sonya is going to fall right there, and then Julian trying to kite him around, but Malfurion in the background will get taken down by the blue side, as now they are still in full retreat mode. Here comes the Leoric chasing down the Yu Yang, but he should be fine, and they will all be able to mount up and get away from this. Capricorn maybe, oh nope, he will be able to get away as well. So Kael'thas and Malfurion falling. It's level 19 for both teams as Resurgence start to make a slight comeback. And I think Asmodan, with the amount of damage coming out from his dunk, it is going to be pretty insane. The amount of damage that he is actually going to be able to do here. It does look like they are just going to push down this bottom fort. They should be able to get it nonetheless as well. I don't think the red team can be able to stop this. They are going to come down. Here comes the Entomb, but down goes the Leoric anyway. He will pay the price with his life. Zappy is there as well. Capricorn comes in, and they will be able to take down the Reina. Now RYL running for his life here. Not too sure if that was the right idea by the red team. GD9 just being a little bit too hasty, I believe, there at that bottom lane. It does look like the blue side is going to just push in at the bottom now, just knocking away at the towers. Marinox is going to spawn up pretty soon. Leoric and Reina is down though. Here we see the Phoenix going to be used. Zappy taking quite a bit of damage there. Marinox going to spawn right back up now, just about now, as they will find 4 in their team. Kael'thas going to move into the brush. They do spot them out. They want to stop this push here. RYL as well in the background. Here we see the dunk bringing Kael'thas down to about half HP. Malfurion will be able to bring her right back up, of course. Marinox, however, same cannot be said about her, as she is still low on HP. We'll have to back off here. And the blue side will be able to regain control of the game so far. They are now level 20 and 20 for both teams. And just like GDG9, they want to take this clash. They go in. Drain Hope going to be used onto the Johanna. They do lose the middle fort, but the top lane is still being pushed in. The red side could easily go for the boss now and maybe end this right here. I think they have that idea on the mind, because the blue side has to go back and defend this. It does look like they are just going and picking off on a couple of camps. Red team though, they are making their way towards this boss. This could be some trouble for the blue side. Phoenix is going to be used as well. Muradin is taking quite a bit of damage though. Here comes the Malfurion to try and help him out there. Leoric is at that middle lane to try and keep them at bay, trying to keep them there. But I believe the boss is going to go down and go in favor of GDG9. They could very well end this game right here, right now. 20 minutes in, the boss is going to be pushing alongside with them. Both teams now level 20. Will the Resurgence be able to successfully defend this? That is the question. Now RYL pushing out that top lane alongside with that boss. Here it comes. They want to try and maybe end this right now. And Resurgence, they have to have a successful repel. That dunk bringing Leona X down to about half HP. Now the boss pounding away at that core. This could be trouble if Resurgence is not able to deal with this boss. Here we see the Hyperion going to be used out as well as GDG9. It does look like they just want to focus down the core. Malfurion is going to be able to Tranquility in the backgrounds, but Phoenix is going to be thrown out as well. It is going to be GG. In fact, GDG9 with one push will be able to take it. And unfortunate for Resurgence, they will lose this matchup, ultimately losing 2-1. And they will be facing Team Renovation in tomorrow's game. So Sabun Warrior will get the second seeded map. And they will be going up against Team Black Sheep 5. So the two Malaysians will be facing off in the lower brackets in the first round, while Renovation will be playing against Resurgence. That's a match to look for, guys. So it is going to be really, really interesting. But guys, it has been a long ass day. We have finally come to an end. The winners of each bracket is going to be GDG9 in Group B and Relics over in Group 1. Both teams winning all 3 matches, and they will go 9 points ahead. They will be facing each other in the winners bracket tomorrow. The second seed for Group A, which is Renovation, will be playing Resurgence, who surprisingly got the 3rd seed in Group B, while the two Malaysian teams of Sabun and Black Sheep 5 will be playing each other tomorrow in their respective first rounds. So guys, tomorrow the competition is going to be starting up at 11 AM Singapore time. That's GMT +8. So make sure you guys tune in. Thank you so much for all the support that has been going on today. If you have tuned in from the beginning till the end, you guys have been great. This has been Arctic Shadow, and this is me signing off for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Now, red team are in full retreat mode. Sanctification going to be used here as well. Yu Yang goes in. Hyperion going to be dropped as well with the Sanctification down. Resurgence trying to push in. Capricorn, they're gonna fall. Vendetta gonna fall as well. I think this is gonna be GG, guys. 2 heroes down for